go fish.
Let's go to the park!
Go fish? Fish go where? Fish go there. Fish glow there. Fish go here. Fish go here. And now, fish go here. Yep, SeaWorld has opened its second aquarium this year. Kind of unexpectedly too, though they did drop hints. I mean, the axolotls were probably the most obvious one. My spidey sense was tingling. And this brand new aquarium is located underneath the Bayside Amphitheater. Pretty cool. And the Bayside Amphitheater, of course, is right next to our favorite big blue wall. Now this aquarium is much smaller than Jewels of the Sea, but it's still got some really interesting animals in it. Let's go check them out, shall we? Kind of cozy in here. First off, we got a 2-spot octopus. It's a California local. Check it out. Just chilling back there on that rock. Sleeping maybe? What an amazing creature. Then next to that one, we got a brown-banded bamboo shark. The shark is actually behind that little piece of rock and coral there. You can kind of see that white little band right there. And if you've been to SeaWorld before, you'll know that if you go to the front of the park at Explorers Reef, you'll find bamboo sharks there that you can actually pet, touch. And there's something that's not a bamboo shark. Pretty cool looking fish though. One of these little guys just hanging out down there. And a starfish. Oh, and is that an eel in there? Yeah, that's definitely an eel. And then in these two tanks, we got our friends, the axolotls, allegedly. Forget Waldo, where's Axolotl? Found him. Perhaps good at hiding. And in this tank we got coral cat sharks and some other stuff. And it's actually feeding time, it looks like, because there's food dropping into the tank. And the fish look pretty happy about it. Kitty, 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 kitty. Oh look, it's the SeaWorld fish. Love the colors on these ones. And then on the other side of this center tank, they got something called the Tasseled Wobbegong. Tasseled Wobbegong. Tasseled Wobbegong. I'm gonna go with Wobbegong. Got some other kinds of fish in here too. And I'm naming you Garrison Keel Line. And that's the news from Tasseled Wobbegong, where all the fish are strong, all the octopi are good looking, and all the axolotls are above average. What a cool little spot to open up. And it was actually kind of a no-brainer because that spot has been open as an aquarium before. Yep, once upon a time, not too long ago actually, it was called the Aquarium of the Sea. And actually, if you go onto Google Maps and go to Street View inside the park, you can see it as it was back then. From the outside, I mean. Now, in addition to the new aquarium, there's some other changes that have been going on. Let's say we check some of those out. Well, right off the bat, something new is this big blue wall right here next to Turtle Reef. Why is this big blue wall here? You might be wondering. Well, the answer's pretty simple. Shark Encounters getting a renovation. which is pretty exciting because as cool as that attraction is, it's been there for quite a while. And it might be time for a little refresher. SeaWorld thinks so, hence the big blue wall. And actually that wall extends on the other side where the Coke market is. And then all the way over to the Turtle Reef exit, blocking access to Shark Encounter while renovations occur. Perhaps a mild inconvenience as it prevents you from crossing through, but you can still make your way around through Sea Lion Point or Turtle Reef. It's only temporary. Oh, and speaking of renovations, Penguin Encounter, as previously stated in a previous episode, is in line. The attraction is over 40 years old. It's probably time. Now, I don't exactly know what all the changes are gonna be. They really haven't been too forthcoming with the details just yet. But all of the emperor penguins have been moved to the Orlando park. Did you know that SeaWorld was the first to successfully breed emperor penguins in a place that wasn't Antarctica? That's some species saving know-how right there. Now, according to one of the rumors, the Magellanic penguins are to be part of the reimagining, renovation, or whatever you want to call it. Must be nap time. That's kind of the idea I'm getting around here. I've heard napping is a genius trait. Oh, and speaking of penguins, remember those Humboldt penguins we saw a long time ago? And that cormorant? Well, those Humboldt penguins are no longer in the back area, and neither is the cormorant. Yep, no longer sequestered from public view. The Humboldt penguins are out for all to view.
Now, if you're wondering what happened to the otters that used to be here at what used to be called Otter Outlook, they've moved to Wild Arctic.
Yeah, this is much larger than Otter Outlook, even with the back pool. Oh, it looks like they've started the Bayside Brews and Barbecue event for this year. Might just have to hit that up. And since that event is starting, that means summer and the Summer Spectacular are about to go away for 2025. And you know what that means. Something creepy's coming. And signs are starting to show throughout the park. This is something very new for this year. Not sure what it is. It kind of reminds me of Deathwater Bayou. I guess we're gonna see. It's in one of the scare zones or vile vignette areas. Oh yes, there will be screaming. And this graveyard popped up out of nowhere once again this year, heralding the arrival of the spooky season. Also, the mausoleum's up. And so far, everything looks nice and spooky, unsullied by any shiftless types. Hooligans, ruffians, ne'er-do-wells. Oh look, the beverage station turned into a Manos, Hands of Fate. What did they put in the water that we're drinking every night? Glad to see this vignette returning. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this vile vignette. I think it's pretty cool to have a balladeer singing about some of the lore. Very, very creative. Looks like the fortune teller's setup isn't quite set up just yet. I never do that one because I don't let anybody tell my future. Nobody puts Benji in a box. So, Journey to Atlantis is still under renovation, but they are testing it. Some of the boats are empty, and some of them have those water jugs filled with water meant to represent human bodies, which are mostly water. It's genius, I tell you. Yeah, we'll have to come through and take a ride when this is open to the public once again. Maybe I can even convince myself to go on that other water ride that I've never been on. Yep, never ridden Shipwreck Rapids. Not afraid of it or anything, just haven't gotten around to it. Ain't that right? Ooh, what's inside here? Just kidding, that's just a picture. On that door, on the front of this vial vignette, which I think was over on this side last year, kind of near this one. And this was over by Journey to Atlantis. Progress? I haven't really gone into detail as to what's in these crates before, but got some bottles and a round stingray plate. Got a plate with a round stingray on it and whatever that is. And a wheel, approximately 10 whole pot sherds. Check it out, a shovel-nosed guitarfish. Think the guitarfish plays the bass? Okay, this vignette over by Jewels of the Sea is definitely new. Oh wait, I think this was the Vampire Hunter or Hunter's Lodge last year or something? I forget. Oh, and look what also is coming up. I think it's time for round 2. See the stage. It's really starting to take shape and come alive. And like I said before, opening night gonna be lit. And apparently there's a bunch of new stuff this year. The mazes have been reimagined and stuff. Monster Stomp's coming back, which is kind of cool because they've changed the show every year, except for this one. I like that show. Oh look, and they've got a vignette set up here towards the front of the park. And this one apparently is for the Spooktacular. It's not a vile vignette, I guess. It's more of a mildly icky vignette. Oh, and look, they've got a stage where they had the 61st anniversary display last month. And with that, it's about time for me to head on out. Thank you so much for joining me on this little trip to SeaWorld San Diego for a look at the new aquarium and some of the new stuff around the park. Howl-O-Scream. Till next time, see you later. Hey, let's see if we can feed a ray. Got a past member coupon and stuff. Oh, and did I mention all these past member coupons and tickets have like cool stuff printed on the back? I actually kind of collect them. Why do I collect them? Well, they're kind of cool. And sometimes I print out the ticket and the fish window is closed. So I end up keeping the ticket for the cool picture on the back.
Hey, quiet.